You are, of course, in your cave. Your faithful dog is there, excited, but also excited that you're up, excited that you're moving around and just kind of chilling again. But otherwise, it's trying to kind of take things at your pace. When suddenly the dog gets nervous and looks toward the entrance of the cave and starts backing up slowly towards you, Zeta, with a small growl.
I will stand slightly in front of Lucky
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna yell towards the cave entrance. Who is there?
Appearing suddenly is the familiar Sam the Snake. Hey there. Nice dog.
Thanks. Nice to see you, Sam.
Nice to see you. I have a request for some help.
What can I help you with?
We have a plan that we're putting together. Trying to get some information from the camis. We think we have a, shall we say, someone on a hook that we think that would be willing to lend us some information. Things that we're looking for. We just want you to play a part.
Sounds interesting enough.
Do you remember that Tremere that was in the restaurant with you a few weeks ago? The Camarilla
Yes, I do.
Tremere. So, we figure they know you. Or at least have seen you once before. A familiar anarch, but not familiar enough to know who you are. We just want you to sit in a room and pretend that you are security to the other anarch that is in the room. In reality, all you need to do is look intimidating. That's it. Does that sound like something you can do?
Sounds easy enough.
Make them comfortable, though. If they say something like, I'm not gonna say this with you in the room, feel free to leave. Don't worry about that. Just watch the door. Be accommodating, but don't be a pushover. Make sense?
It is.
Okay.
Who am I gonna be the bodyguard for?
Do you remember Amir the Tremere?
Should it?
He's got a funny name. He always says don't say it like that, but come on.
He used himself like that to me. Like,
I know he does
Yeah.
that.
Huh?
Anyways, thank you for your help. We are going to be in Camarilla territory for this. But nothing should get out of hand. Don't worry.
okay. When is this happening?
Tonight,
This meeting?
you ready to go?
Let me feel lucky first.
Sounds good.
And I fill up Wacky's bowls with water and kibble. Then
Okay.
I'll step outside with Sam.
All right. Sounds good. We will return to you a little bit later. For now, we're going to go to Henry. Henry, we're going to start with you arriving at your chambers in the Chantry. I'd like you to immediately do a roll of wits and awareness.
Oh man, all right. So let me do roll. Let's see. Awareness. Oh, okay. And then add my hunger to that too?
Yeah, you should just have one.
Okay, so here we go. So I got 2 successes.
Something's not right. Your books and papers are not exactly the way you left them. Someone's been in here.
Oh. Is it just the books?
It's hard to tell. Something's off. This is not right, the way that everything is organized.
Let's see. Oh god, I don't want to like. What if someone booby trapped the place? I'll go to my books. I'll start putting them back the way that they should be.
Okay.
I'll notice something, right?
Yeah. 2 successes, okay. One of your books is missing.
No.
And as you line things up, it doesn't seem to be like a particularly like outstanding book. It's really just one that if even a mortal found it, they'd just be like, oh, yeah, I can just get this book from like an obscure bookstore kind of thing. That's the one that's gone. And it's basically just an old grimoire that was supposed by humans to just be kind of like a historical artifact used by druids and pagans. But it's you know, there's a little bit of truth that's in there too that people don't actually know about. That's what's missing.
I find out that got sent to a museum as a hazing prank. So I'm not like, since I got the whole sense the unseen, there's no like Nosferatu laughing in the corner at me.
No.
Or anybody hiding in my room.
There is now a knock on your door.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. Is it like messy in here?
No, they didn't toss everything up. It looks like they tried to put it back the way that it was, but just didn't do it perfectly, and you noticed.
Okay, those amateurs. All right, fine. I'll straighten a couple papers and then I'll go to the door. Wait, I'll look through the peephole first.
Okay. Through the peephole, it just looks like it's one of the acolytes that, through your extensive training and practice, have surpassed, and they have a pile of books in their arms. You remember when you used to do this and go from chamber to chamber to provide material that was requested by mages to give them their things.
All right, I'll swing open the door and just kind of look down at them. you know, a typical greeting.
They just go, got a couple books for you. And you see that one of the ones they hold out to you is one of the ones that was missing.
Hmm. You said this was an acolyte?
Yes.
Okay. Acolyte, where did you pick this book up from?
It was down in the main library. I was told that you needed to have it in your possession.
That is correct. All right. Thank you. Is there anything else for me?
Well, the mages are curious to hear your report on what happened with the ministry, but that's also been put as a non-pressing issue by the regent.
All right. Well, when I have time to allot to that task, I will see to it. Thank you, Acolyte.
Thank you.
All right. So I got the book. I got the book back.
Yeah.
It's in my hands. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Good. All right. I'll close the door. All right. Do I have like a measuring stick or anything in my, like a yardstick
Oh
in
yeah,
my?
absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna put the book on my desk and then carefully open it with that. Like I'm a little paranoid here. I don't like people going through my stuff.
Well, there's something to notice immediately.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
You notice that the title of the book has changed.
What?
The title has changed into Meeting Place by Henry Draw.
Oh, all right. It's not rigged to blow up. It's something worse. I have an obligation. All right. I'll read it normally. Let's see what's up.
On all the lines and all the pages in this book, every line says, I know who you are. I know about the Malkavian. I know about your mage friend. And I know who to give these secrets to. But we can help each other. Come to the Napa Town Hall tonight if you still want to keep your secrets. And every line in the book is just a repeat of that line.
And it's not going back to normal.
Nope.
They wrecked my book and they're doing this to me. This is all right. Well, yeah, I guess I don't really have a choice. I'll keep the book with me though, just in case. You know, I don't want a second person rifling through my room and finding that.
All right. So you're deciding to set off from the chantry?
Yeah. I'll write my report later. It's been deemed not pressing, so I think this is the next big thing on my plate.
All right. Do you want to go out in your deerskin cap again, or what is your attire for the evening?
My deer stalker? Is my thing gone? That weird
It's gone
thing?
now, yeah.
Oh, then I'm ditching this. Well, hold on. Nah, it's too conspicuous. I only wear it around my little study to make me feel smart. No, I'll leave it behind.
Otherwise, wearing casual streetwear, going out full Tremere.
I mean, I don't even know if I have any casual. I mean, button-up white shirt, slacks, a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my usual. If you open up my closet, it's just white button-up shirts, dress pants. That's it. So yeah, I'll just go out like that.
All right. The chantry opens up onto a San Francisco street in the Sunset District. So here there are many cars parked alongside the street. A lot of them have their San Francisco passes indicating that they are residents and therefore can ignore all of the signs that say no parking here. From there, I'd like you and Lilith both to make wits and awareness.
Alright. And that was the same one you just had me do, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I can just do the same thing. I got 3 successes. Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. At about the same time, both of you notice each other. Lilith, you are underneath one of the many pine trees in Lincoln Park here. And Henry, you are coming out of the back of what most people assume to be the California Academy of Sciences. And you're right there next to Shakespeare Park.
And is she in the direction I have to walk?
Not necessarily, but you do notice each other about the same time.
I should be cordial. I'll go over and say hi.
Lilith looks up and as Henry gets closer, holds up the human that she's got in the shadows. Hey, you're just in time for a Happy Meal.
Wait, like a... Hold on.
Oh,
You're-
don't worry. They're not...
Okay. What? Do you sulk under trees, like, recreationally? Like... You're not following me, are you?
I'm a fucking gangrel. Where else would I sulk? Under the trees. If you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of open space anywhere around here except in the parks. Where do you think a dog wants to go?
The doghouse?
Look,
Anyway,
nerd, you've got a very skinny neck to be talking so much shit.
you're ignoring the second half of my question. How come I keep running into you?
It's a small town. I don't have room to run. Gangrels have to have room to run. Unfortunately, to the north, and she points to the north, is the Sabbat. Can't exactly go there anymore. To the west is Anarchs. Or the east. Can't exactly go there anymore. Where am I supposed to go? And where the hell did you come from? And are you stalking me? I think you're stalking me. That's what it is. You're actually trying to stalk me because you don't trust me. That's what it is, isn't it?
I mean, one of those statements is correct. But I mean, I can leave you in the park here. It sounds like you're having a great time. I'll
Nope.
be on my way.
Nope. We're going on an adventure, apparently. Because you're going somewhere. I want to know where you're going.
Oh. Okay. Are you sure there's not like a car you have to chase or like a cat up a tree?
You know, I can just leave this by the door. She holds up the unconscious human. I can just leave this conveniently by the door that you just came out of.
I mean, wait, where are you gonna leave them then?
She props the body up or the unconscious human up by the tree, she reaches into her pocket, pulls out a very cheap bottle of whiskey, kind of like pours it on them, and then sets it in their hand after she puts a little bit in their mouth. There, happy?
That is satisfactory. That's pretty good.
I'm sorry. I don't have a Capri Sun for vampires to offer you.
That's all right. I just had one, so I'm good.
I can get you a rat. That's like a Capri Sun.
Oh, let's go on this adventure. I don't need any more culinary advice from you.
Where are we going? Bestie. And she like reaches over and just like grabs him, like wraps her arm around his and just pulls him close.
You know
Where
what?
are we going?
Oh god, I already forgot the name of the place. What was it called again?
In the Napa Town Square.
The Napa Town Square. That's where we're headed. Well, that's where I'm headed. I guess you're free to tag along. I don't think I can really stop you anyway.
No, you really can't. Because you wouldn't really want me to get upset and just like maybe start going blabbing about certain things, would you?
I don't really know what there is to blab about, but
I'm sure I can think up something. I can be quite convincing at times.
I'll take your word for that.
All right. I would say we're off to see a wizard, but I don't want to go where you live.
Yeah, I'm already here. All
right. Maybe like the Wizard's Apprentice. Just don't involve any brooms.
Who will be driving?
Nose goes. I'm not.
Lilith just kind of looks at Henry and's like, "You don't know how to drive, do you?"
I think sorry. I think walking gives you a nice little reprieve, gives you time to reflect on yourself, and also driving makes me nervous.
Get in the car.
Woohoo! Wait, you have a car?
She looks around for a car to jack.
Oh. Like your car. You have a car that is yours.
No! I have a motorcycle. You want me to ride on a motorcycle?
I mean...
You can ride, bitch.
Alright.
Oh, well, I guess it suits you, so... Alright.
Yeah, ride's a ride.
Alright. Dexterity drive, Lilith.
Do I need to do hunger for drive?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna drive us into a cliff.
Man, this is how it ends. Just... Do you have a helmet, by the way?
No. Why would I have a helmet?
So unsafe.
You're already dead! What are you worried about? I got 2 successes.
That'll be good enough. Well, it wasn't the smoothest ride, but it was safe and you did get there. So, on the way there, as you are going, we shall go over to Zeta and Sam the Snake, who are also arriving in Napa. Sam just says, points at a building. The building is indicated as just being a restaurant next to the town hall, and says, in there. The door's unlocked. Amir will be in there. Just wait with him.
Alright. Are you gonna listen in too?
I mean, I'll be around. You know me.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Also, there's other friendly kindred around. They're just around, you know.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks. And I will head to the building and go in.
Sam puts on his unseen presence and vanishes, and you do not see nor hear him. You go inside the building, and you see Amir is inside. He currently is sitting at different tables, trying to figure out. He's just kind of sitting down, and then starts going, Mr. Henry Draw, it is love. No, not to this side of the table. Let's try. If I move this chair, maybe it's the chair. Maybe the chair isn't what feels right. And he's just going back and forth between sitting on each side of the table, using different chairs, and maybe going to different tables, trying to figure out which one is best for a meeting.
Do you need help deciding, Amir?
Amir looks scared, hearing your voice, just like a shock. Oh, fuck. Zeta, correct?
Yes, that's good.
Yes. Lovely to meet you once again. Certainly. I'm going to sit at this table. You sitting, well, you don't have to sit if you don't want to. But just... And he pulls up a chair to the head of one of the tables and sits and goes, Does this look like I'm in charge of the meeting, sitting here at this side of the table? Or does it look more proper if I'm on the other side of the table?
I think maybe we should have you sitting on alongside, alone, and your back to a wall. And
Okay.
them at the other one sitting across. I will just stand slightly behind you.
Okay. That sounds good. Yes. And he goes and sits and he goes, yes. I like this. Sort of like the authority of, I don't have anywhere to go, but I know that I don't need to escape. And I can see you come in and you have to come to me. I like that. Very intuitive, yes. I do believe this shall work. How are you? Zeta, correct?
Yes, still correct.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing alright. Yeah. How are you?
Nervous. But I'm going to have to do this as though I have confidence. So I'll try my
What
best.
is it that you fear could happen?
I just know that there's supposed to be a Tremere that is going to come and talk to me from the Camarilla. and I'm supposed to know all these things about them. I don't know anything about them. But I have to pretend that I do.
You do not breathe here.
I know that the basic things, like they talked to a Malkavian who has connections with Sabat. I don't know who that Malkavian is. They won't tell me. They apparently
Her name was
were...
Babs.
Okay. They were apparently given a copy of the Book of Nod, which that's damning, yes. I don't know what they did with it or anything like that. What if, like, I know this isn't going to be the Tremere region to the Camarilla, but what if it's a very powerful Tremere?
If he was so powerful, he wouldn't have let Countess Markov break his finger so easily.
Bruja are very strong.
But he didn't retaliate. In any way.
Maybe that just means he has a very cool head. Now I think I'm dealing with one of the wiser Tremere. I don't know why I agreed to this. I suppose we all owe Sam a boon in one way or another. Oh well. Now we just wait.
If anything would go south, I'm here.
I appreciate that. I know that there are other kindred around. I know Sam is near, but thank you.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say, it's alright. Everyone is nervous.
He has a cup of blood on the table, and he brings it up to his mouth, and you can see his hands are shaking as he drinks from it. And we will now go to Lilith and Henry, who are arriving. Well, Zeta, you can hear the motorcycle arriving. And there is pretty much no one walking around right now. Maybe one or two mortals, kind of like doing a night stroll, but that's about it.
Thanks for the ride.
You didn't need to scream in my ear the whole way.
Well, it was exhilarating.
Ooh.
I have no idea who I'm looking for.
All right, so why exactly are we here?
I have a business meeting.
Oh, business meeting. So you do need to have big scary dog privilege.
Well, we'll see what kind of business it is. You're not entirely unwelcome this time, so I appreciate the ride and you being here.
Hey, you know what? I may fuck with you there, nerd, but you're not bad. You're not all bad.
All right, you don't have to lie to me. All right.
No. I mean, granted, you're a Tremere. You can be quite annoying in many respects. Not as annoying as Cass is at times, but you're not
that back. He's my buddy.
He's my friend too. You act like just because I was a Sabat, I can't have friends?
You don't need to be yelling that all the time.
I want to point out, Zeta, you can hear all of this happening just outside.
Okay, is there like anyone with like a mysterious robe or like a really intimidating business person? Lilith, do you see anybody? Like someone
You
sitting
mean
in
it looks like you that looks like they belong at Comic-Con?
Oh, come on.
I don't know. You are the only one that is here that looks like you would be playing some kind of vampire role-playing game.
I'm dressed in business clothing. This is a meeting. Is there okay? Is there? Henry's looking around. Is there anyone like flagging him down, waving at him?
You only
There's a
see that
building.
there is a restaurant that has its door open, even though it says that it's closed. Everything else looks locked up for the night.
Oh, well,
That looks welcoming.
but yeah, but it says it's closed.
Lilith just walks over and like opens the door, and I go, "If closed, why door open?"
Henry will peek his head in.
Lilith just kind of like pushes him on in the door and just walks in.
All right.
Okay.
So you
follow.
go in through the restaurant, and first thing you see is Zeta up against a wall next to Lilith, who you recognize as Amir. And he's sitting down and enjoying a nice blood beverage. And Zeta is apparently watching over him. Henry, you, of course, recognize Zeta from the other night. You do not know the other Kindred, and that Kindred, you can at the very least tell, is like you.
Is like me. In what ways
Kindred.
is like me? Oh, I thought you meant like cool, smart. Okay. Zeta's the one that bit into that guy that was telling that really interesting. Oh, that. God. All right. Well, Lilith, I think I found our quarry, to speak your language.
That's not exactly what I would say. And
That's exactly what you would say. Come on, let's go meet with them.
okay, everything I said in the parking lot, I take back.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
I'll approach with a arm outstretched for a handshake. First to Zeta, since I think I know them from somewhere.
I will just nod to Henry and ignore the hand.
Ooh. Just a little clenched fist, and then I'll move over and extend it to this other person I'm meeting with.
The other Kindred stands and shakes your hand and goes, Henry, I am Amir.
Pleasure to meet you, Amir.
Please, have a seat.
All right. Is this booths or like chairs?
They're chairs.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll
Well-
sit down.
Lilith looks over at Zeta and just goes, Zeta, pleasure to see you again.
Lilith, I didn't expect you here.
You should expect me to be in the most interesting of places by now.
Henry, it seems that you know Zeta. I have them here for my protection. I see that you brought protection of your own.
Yeah, just as a formality, I don't think we need to resort to violence today.
I will not begrudge you bringing protection with you. However, what I have to say is sensitive, as I'm sure you guessed from the message you received.
So that was you who sent that?
Indeed.
couldn't you have picked a shorter, less valuable book to write your message in?
This isn't the same book that was taken. I have that one with me.
Oh.
And he puts the actual book on the table. Says, whenever you leave, you feel free to take it back with you.
Where did you find this?
In the chantry.
Wait, this is the Book of Nod, or is this the original
No, this
book?
is the original book that went missing.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Oh, sweet. All right, well, I'm gonna... Can I just scoop it up now?
Sure.
Okay, give me that.
Henry, you love collecting books.
Well, I love reading them, and I don't like it when somebody gets their little mitts on them.
No, you read all of them, do you?
I mean, that's what they're for.
Hmm.
I am going to just start going here and explain to you the gravity of the situation that you are in. You are a Tremere, an apprentice. You, of course, like other Tremere, I've been in this position myself when I was with the Camarilla. You want advancement. You want to go further. I understand. I believe that we can help each other. Because, you see, I left the Chantry based upon my own experience. I felt that there was no advancement to be had. I left. The Anarchs protected me. I'm not saying that you have to do the same. What I'm saying is, my research, what I do, what is mine, has nothing to do with what the Anarchs want or what the Anarchs desire. I am independent. I am speaking for myself. There is something here in the Bay Area that I think both of us would want, and only Tremere will be able to get. There's no reason that it has to be the mages or the magistrates or the regent. Doesn't have to be them. It should be us. I want to work with you to get it. Naturally, I contact you because you are the one with the resources to the Chantry, and the one with connections to the Camarilla, and I need information. And I just so happen to have the material to blackmail you with. So first, let's discuss your disadvantage. I believe that you recently made contact with a Malkavian named Babs.
Yeah, that rings a bell, although the last thing I remember is I think I drank something there, and then it's all a little blurry. I think I think I was being hazed. Is this part of that? Am I being messed with right now?
I'll give you a choice, Jam, if you want to do Charisma Subterfuge or Composure Subterfuge.
Oh, they're the same for me, so...
Okay.
Does this use hunger at all, or...?
Yeah, you'll throw in a hunger roll there.
Okay, so 3d10 plus. I got one subterfuge. Yippee. Alright. Alright, that's a Is that 4 successes? I get a 10, a 9, a 7, and a 7, and then my hunger dice is a 3.
Yep, good job. So, goes, fair enough. There, I'm sure that you noticed that you walked away with a book of Nod.
And yeah, again, I thought I was being messed with, which seems to be everyone's favorite pastime lately. But it is no longer in my possession.
You gave it to your mage friend. Is that correct?
No, I'm pretty sure I threw it in a dumpster fire somewhere, and or no, not dumpster, drum fire somewhere, and just kind of let it be.
Very well. Then let me be a little bit more forthcoming. You at the very least concede that you have a friend who is a mage. This friend of yours, he's a friend of mine too.
Really?
And, yes. And I don't like to see my friends get hurt. But my other friends with the Anarchs don't see mortal lives the same as they see kindred lives.
That does not surprise me. Well, what do you need from me? What do you need from me to protect our mutual friend here?
Well, for that, I would like to ask if, how comfortable you are discussing this in front of one of your Camarilla colleagues, as well as how comfortable you are letting the Anarchs hear what we have to say. I'll play by your comfort.
At the comment, one of your Camarilla colleagues, Lilith just visibly grinds her teeth, and everybody can probably hear her just grinding her teeth.
Lilith, do you... is this boring you at all? Do you want to listen to my deepest, darkest secrets, or...
Oh, absolutely. Of course I want to listen to them.
Okay, there's probably going to be talk of books, and I just didn't want to bore you, so...
Lilith reaches down, picks up the book that Henry pulled over to him, opens it up, and is like, you actually read this stuff? You enjoy this? And sets it back down. But I'm just going to sit here and listen in anyways.
Yeah,
because you need that big scary dog privilege.
Yeah, Henry will turn back to Amir. I don't think I could dismiss her anyway, so... Yeah, I think we're locked in here. And as for your protection, I'll leave it at your discretion. I respect you as a professional.
Thank you.
Then, having your respect, Zeta, would you
Yes,
like
Amir?
to take this dog for a walk?
Henry will do a little snort.
If you want me to, can surely do that.
I think it is probably for the best.
Come, Lilith. Let's go outside.
Yeah, we have much to talk about. And then she leans down to Henry. Just remember, sometimes big scary dog privilege is to protect you from me. And he walks off.
All right, now we can get down to business.
Amir waits to hear the door shut. I'd like you to also make a wits and awareness roll here, Henry.
Oh. Wits and awareness. Okay. I have to be so witty and aware today. I got 1 regular success and then 1 success on my hunger dice.
Don't worry about the hunger unless it's a 10 or a 1.
Okie doke. For whether it's a success or not, or just like if it's a okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear the door close as well. Amir says, "Are you familiar with the power of a Methuselah?"
I mean, is anybody really? At least not at my level. I mean, I think I've read about them. No, that's not what you're researching, is it? That's
There
not the
is
thing.
one here in the bay.
Oh, awake or
No, torpor.
Oh, okay. Henry's gonna let out a big sigh. A big sigh of relief.
But we don't know where. But there are 3 pieces of the puzzle. I don't know exactly what they are, but I do know that the Anarchs have at least 1 piece of it, and that the Camarilla have at least 1 piece of it. Recently, a caitiff flew in from Las Vegas after its fall. They were intended to go to the Camarilla, but they did not make it. Their cargo, however, did. This caitiff was carrying the location to the resting place of a Methuselah in torpor, here in the Bay Area somewhere. Where they are, we do not know. The location is hidden inside of a trapped box, as it were, with all the magic that the Regent has. They cannot seem to open it. Now, the person who knows how to open it is currently with the Anarchs. A Salubri. But
Henry's eyes go wide at that.
the Salubri does not know what is in the container. Only that there is a container with the location inside. 2 pieces of the puzzle. My invitation to you is I want to find this Methuselah. And I think that we can find it together.
Okay, why me? I mean, I appreciate the vote of confidence, but why did you pick me?
Because I was where you were once. And the only way that I was able to find the advancement that satisfied me was from an offer similar to one that I am giving you now. I am simply returning what was once done for me long ago.
Well, if I refuse, I am in a massive amount of trouble, and you are doing me a great kindness, so I suppose I'll join you for this endeavor.
Good. I am glad to hear that. What I want from you, I want to know if the mages, not the mages, the Tremere in general, the Chantry, if anyone is trying to get this open right now, trying to force it, trying to figure out a way. If it's there in the Chantry, I want to know. And I want to know if it can be procured or if any progress has been made in trying to discover how to get to its contents.
And did you say earlier that the Regent has already been trying to open it?
I know that that is who the prince went to, but I don't know how many people know that.
Okay. So, you want me to just ask around the Chantry, hey, anybody see a Methuselah box?
If you do that, they'll wonder how you know that there is a Methuselah box.
All right. Well,
The best thing to do would probably be to ask if there are any particular projects that people are working on higher up. Say that you're interested in involvement with it.
well, I mean, shoot. Involvement in higher up projects, learning secrets. You could have just approached me with this without the blackmail.
There's a consequence, however, if your intentions are discovered. Which is why I wanted to ask if you know the power of a Methuselah.
I mean, it can't be that bad, can it?
The person who is capable of devouring the blood of a Methuselah is the person who's capable of declaring praxis over the prince immediately.
Are we talking a sip or full-on
Diablerie.
Ooh. And I don't suppose we're doing this so we can flip a coin to see who gets to do it?
I do not wish to have that kind of power. I want to study the Methuselah as it rests in torpor. And it is of my concern, which happens to align with the concerns of the Anarchs as well, to move the Methuselah elsewhere.
And you trust that no one with the Anarchs is going to, I don't know, snack away when everyone's backs are turned?
If I trusted the Anarchs, I would have left Zeta in this room. I want to know. I don't want the Anarchs to know.
All right. I don't think I necessarily want that power either. So I think we're pretty aligned as far as the desired outcome.
Good. I will leave that conversation going and go over to Zeta and Lilith, who are now outside in the town square of Napa.
So, Zeta, how's Mandy doing?
I haven't seen her in a while, but I think she's doing alright. She is in possession of my book of note. I think they are studying it.
Lilith pulls out a cigarette and lights it. Next time you see her, tell her that I really miss her. And I don't know how much longer I can keep putting up with this.
I'll be sure to tell her. Now, has it been that bad? What are they making you do?
So anytime I have to go before the prince, I have to go on all fours like a dog, all the way up to the throne, almost belly to the floor. And I am not allowed to rise from that position. I have to look at the floor the whole time. And if I'm a good dog, he makes me kiss his ring or some shit like that. And then there's this bitch, Consuela, a Sabat defector to the Camarilla, cowardly bitch that she was. She defected soon as the war started going bad for us. I don't know who's worse, her or the prince. And there's times when I think, well, I kind of wonder if they either suspect, because they damn sure don't trust me around with anything. And I just seem to live each night by the whim of the prince. That's how it's going.
Fuck. So sorry you have to go through all of that.
I'm hoping that it works out for the Anarchs. And I know Daddy said that he would make sure that I would, but I just need that reassurance.
I'm gonna tell them your concerns, and I'll try to get a message to you with their answers. And at the very least, I'm gonna come here and get you out of here.
I appreciate that. And I mean, I miss y'all. I never thought I would say that I would miss somebody outside of my pack. But I do. I miss y'all. Because, I mean, yeah. Baby Fang is fun to hang out with. Henry's fun to make fun of, but he's not bad for a Tremere. But the rest of them, you can't imagine.
So
We miss you too.
at this point, y'all are outside. Two police cars, no sirens, but flashing lights, arrive. And they park in front of Town Square. Police officers come out, and they approach the both of you. They have their hands on their weapons, service weapons, as they approach. And first they go up to basically start talking to Lilith, and one of them says, "A little late to be out tonight, isn't it?"
A little late to be out of the pig corral, isn't it?
I see. Well, we got a call that some people are on private property here, going inside of one of the restaurants here. I don't suppose you own this place, do you?
Does it look like either one of us are in a restaurant right now?
Yeah, but you probably got your friends in there.
I don't have friends.
Well, then you won't mind us going in. Alright, come on, guys. And, the rest of the officers go over to the, restaurant door where, the meeting is being held.
I will step in front of them
Okay.
before they reach the door.
Lilith is going to wait for them to turn their back, and then she's just going to slip into her wolf form.
Okay. Well, now they're all looking at Zeta, and I'll have a wits and awareness roll real quick.
From who? Zeta
both
or
of you?
Beta?
Both of you.
Just a charisma roll.
No,
I
it's
have
wits
to
and
say because
awareness.
Because Cass isn't here tonight.
Yes. Is this a social roll?
This is social. That's what it is. Social roll.
I have 2 successes.
Okay.
And you said awareness. Uh, 1d10. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. One of those was a critical success.
Okay. Lilith, you hear on the police radio just this: Abe Lincoln 20, this is dispatch. We will be having more cars back you up soon. Over.
Lilith will just start barking.
Okay. Just as one is
Yes, you
going
can.
to talk to Zeta, they all turn and look at Lilith, who is now in wolf form.
A dire wolf.
Yes. And one of them immediately grabs their service weapon and points it at Lilith, and is just going, it's like, hey, get ready to shoot, guys. Where the fuck did this wolf come from? And they all start grabbing their weapons as well.
Lilith snaps at the one with the weapon and then starts bolting back towards the closest shadow.
Okay.
I would like to activate Eyes of the Beast and Lethal Body.
What was the other one you're activating?
Eyes of the Beast and Lethal Body.
Okay.
I want to threaten the police officers to lower their guns and call off the reinforcements.
Okay. One officer turns and hears your intimidating voice and just goes, "Oh fuck." And backs up. Zeta, I need you to roll your willpower.
Okay. Three successes.
3 successes on willpower, okay.
Yes.
You hear the murmurings of your beast. Just say, "I can take care of him. Come on."
I know you could, but that would be a very bad mess.
So, officer backs up. The two others, they go closer to the shadows that Lilith ran into, but they don't pursue. And they point their guns kind of like in and around at the shadows. And they go, "Where the fuck did that dog go? Fuck." And the other one is backing up slowly and starts putting down his weapon and just goes, "Wait. Those guys that were in town earlier, they said to look out for this. They said to look for the eyes." And he starts raising his gun again at you.
So,
I will go in quickly and break his arm.
Okay. Let's get
That he's... Yeah.
let's get a strength brawl for you.
Do I add anything for Lethal Body?
Oh yes.
How much?
I'm looking. 1 second. Yeah, just assume that you're going to be adding 2 more dice to either strength or brawl.
Okay. That is 6 successes.
Oh god. Yeah, you
3 10s.
You zip on over and immediately, effortlessly break this officer's arm. He screams out in pain, dropping the gun to the ground, just yelling, and collapses to his knees from the pain. There is another officer next to you who is going to try to strike you over the head with his service weapon. Lilith, what are you wanting to do while this is happening in the shadows?
Oh, okay, so how many officers did I draw off?
2.
2. Okay,
How many
so
is it total?
4.
there's 4.
Okay.
So she is going to wait for them to like go past her in the shadows. Then she's going to shift back into human form and step up from behind the one that's in the rearmost of the 2. And basically what she's going to do is she is just going to take anything that she can find and she's basically just going to hit him as hard as she can in the back of the head to knock him out.
Strength and subterfuge.
3 successes. Well, actually 2 successes and 1 crit fail on the subterfuge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You managed to do just that. Come right up behind and knock one in the back of the head, immediately knocking them unconscious.
She is going to grab the body, and basically she is going to just then throw the body as hard as she can at the other one before he can turn around and realize what just happened.
Okay.
Another.
Strength and athletics.
Ooh.
Lilith has long been waiting for the fabled strength athletics roll.
Oh, what did I do wrong? Shoot. And of course, I got so excited, I messed that one up. One. Oh, wait, where am I going? I got so excited that I mistyped.
It be like that sometimes.
Ooh, I got 2 successes and a 1 on the hunger. Or the hunger check.
Yeah, you managed to make that throw, which renders them now both unconscious. Zeta, you are gonna take this hit to the head, and it will just do 1 superficial damage to you, basically.
Okay.
And as the cop looks stunned that it basically did nothing to you, you can do as you please now.
I will throw him to the ground and then look into his eyes and say, if you are telling anyone about what happened here, you will die.
Ooh.
Woo!
Okay. 2 different rolls here.
Okay.
Let's do strength and brawl first.
Good gangrel. Good gangrel. Lilith wants to now give Zeta head pats.
1. Nine successes.
Yeah. Before he even realizes it, he's on the ground underneath you. And now, what you want is charisma intimidation.
And while Zeta is doing that, Lilith is going to walk over to the officers and take their body cams off their chest harnesses.
Okay.
Do I add dice because I have Eyes of the Beast activated?
Yes.
Okay.
You will add 2 more.
I have 4 normal successes and a 10 on the blood die.
Okay. As you see the fear enter this officer, a fear like he has never known in his life, a terror that has gripped so few in this world. You feel yourself happy about that. And then your hunger increases, desiring to taste the blood of the fearful. All right. And he's just there with you, Zeta, and he's just going, I won't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone.
Lilith's going to walk up at this moment, and she's going to lean over him, and she's obviously already got very somewhat bestial facial features from her Mark of the Beast. Or her bestial flaw, but she also growls down at him as she snatches his body cam off, and she goes, and if you do, I will hunt you down, and everyone you care for will pay. Everyone you call friend will pay, and then I will come after you. Do you understand?
And he's just, yeah, I understand, please.
And that goes for your friends. If any of them speak, I still come after everyone you care about. And then I come for you. Then I come for them. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Fade away.
Zeta, if you get off of this officer that you have pinned to the ground, he will take off, just abandoning his partner, running into the car and driving off. His partner, who's there with a broken arm, just cradling it, still just unsure of what's happening, with one of his bones just poking out through his elbow where it should be.
And Lilith's just going to go and take his body cam as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to say, I'm sure you heard what I told the one that just ran away.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
Just know that goes the same for you.
Yeah, I won't tell anyone.
And that also goes for if any of the other two in the alleyway says anything.
Yeah.
Do you have a wife, kids, husband?
Please, just don't hurt me.
I want to hear from your own lips. Who do you care about?
No, please don't hurt my loved ones. Please don't.
Who do you care about?
I don't want to say. Please, just leave me alone.
I'll hurt you even more right now. Who do you care about? Do you have a wife? A child?
I have my brother.
Your brother's life depends on you. Be gone.
He stumbles to his legs and tries getting into one of the cars as best as he can. Meanwhile, Henry, you've been hearing the murmurings and the distress kind of going on out there, and Amir seems to have heard it too. And Amir just goes, sounds like a bit of trouble.
I mean, as long as it stays out here or out there, is that really our problem?
I would agree. No. As for you, what would you want with the power of Methuselah?
I mean, like we said earlier, I don't know if I necessarily want all of it or even some of it. I mean, I don't fully understand it, and if you're still researching it, I assume you don't either. So I would just like to study it. I mean, once we understand it better, maybe we could do something with it, but for now, that's just incredibly important knowledge to have, and that's worth more than anything.
I like the way that you think, Henry. Therefore, I believe that this meeting is concluded. I would say meet me here again in a week with any progress that you have made. I am going to attempt to talk to the Salubri if I have the opportunity to.
Be
So,
careful. I hear they're a handful.
you are young and naive yet, Henry. Salubri, largely rumored their powers.
All right. Can you indulge me in a question?
Certainly.
How did you find out about me and the mage? So I feel like that sort of resource would be helpful while we're trying to gather information.
As I said, your mage friend is a mage of mine, or a friend of mine. I occasionally visit and ask him if anything interesting has happened. And he's kind enough to relay me information, and when he showed me something that thought that he might be in contact with another Tremere. So I asked, and he mentioned you. Not by name, but described you. I floated that description around the Anarchs, and they told me it was you.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, I think maybe I'll have to have a talk about academic confidentiality, but
I do not think the mages are aware of what a Camarilla is or an Anarch Free State is. I advise, if you wish for something like that to not happen, to maybe inform them. I certainly didn't waste my time telling them when it was information that benefited me.
maybe an introductory course is needed here. But this is a happy accident, I suppose. That knowledge could have fell into worse hands, I suppose.
Note that most mages are known by Kindred High Society. But they are left alone, not because they are treated like other mortals, but much like the Tremere, they are feared. I, like yourself, have the benefit of having known one before I was embraced.
All right. And are we meeting here same time next week?
I don't see why not.
And did you reserve this building, or do you own it?
The owner, though they do not know it, is in my employ.
Oh, all right. Works for me.
Well, I believe that our meeting is concluded then. And he stands up, goes to shake your hand, goes,
Yeah.
This was well done, Henry. I am pleased to be working with you. When you go out there, please, send Zeta back in.
All right, will do. It's working with you is like a breath of fresh air. All right.
I'm glad that I can be.
All right, and Henry will go outside, and I'm sure our two friends are just like standing outside swapping stories.
Absolutely nothing going on, nothing nefarious, just a regular day.
We didn't
Alright,
just beat up 4 cops like it's nothing.
Yeah. There is still, there's a tiny little bit of blood that you notice on the ground, Henry. A tiny bit.
Lilith is, when Henry walks out, Lilith is taking her claw, or one of her finger claws, and just carving 1312 in the hood of the remaining cop car.
Oh, there's cop cars just sitting here?
Well, one of them is about to be driven away by a person who has one bad arm. They're getting ready to get going, but they're having trouble since their arm is in serious pain and opening the door is hard.
Not to mention the 2 cops unconscious in the shadows.
Yes.
Zeta, I think you are wanted back inside.
Oh, yeah, hey, Zeta, y'all might want to leave because there's more of them on the way.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you. Henry,
I know.
we need to go.
What happened? You stepped outside for how long? How long were we in there? Okay, yeah, we should probably go.
Look,
I'm
to
going
be
inside.
fair, it's not my fault. It's not Zeta's fault.
Okay. I believe you.
You don't sound like you believe me.
It's just not worth arguing anymore. But I do agree that we should probably get out of here. It's a very wise, insightful observation you've made, and I back you wholeheartedly.
Should we take the cop car?
No!
Kidding? I'm kidding, but the look on your face was priceless. I wish I had a camera.
Just-
Zeta? Good seeing you again.
Till next time.
Tell Mandy I said hi, and then she blows a kiss, and then heads over to her motorcycle.
I'm heading inside.
All right. Inside, there is Amir and Sam. And Amir is just going, no, I think that went really well. I don't think he knew anyone else was in the room. Zeta, what happened out there?
Cops showed up. We took care of it, but more are coming. We should go.
Very well. Let's go. You and Sam came together, I assume? Yeah, we'll get going. All right. Good job, Zeta. Let's get out of here. And all of you exit through the front, and Amir starts heading up the street a little bit. And both of you return to where your car, or the car that Sam procured, was. And he said, "If there's cops, let them talk to you." And throws you the keys. And then does unseen servant, or not unseen servant, unseen presence. And then enters, you see the car door open and close in the back seat.
I'm getting in the driver's seat and just start driving.
Yeah, dexterity drive.
So I have 2 successes, but also 1 and 1 on a blood die. Does it just cancel out, or and it's nothing? Or is it a bestial failure?
It's not a bestial failure.
Okay.
Okay. As you go to start the car, there are some problems and difficulties, and it eventually does get started. However, it takes a bit. You are hardly off the street when the police arrive. As you start to leave Napa, one of the cars follows you. They are flashing their sirens, indicating that you are to pull over.
Like pulling over.
You hear Sam behind you say, "Don't panic. You're just someone who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You don't know anything that happened."
You're right.
So, as you are pulled over, one of the officers in the car gets out and walks over to your window and asks for you to, or indicates for you to lower your window.
I do so. Evening, sir.
You just come from Napa?
Yeah, I'm just driving back from visiting a friend.
I heard a lot of commotion. You hear anything up there?
No, I don't hear anything.
I'm gonna need to see your driver's license and this car's registration, please.
I will cram in my pockets for my driver's license.
Uh-huh.
And this is the car of a friend. I don't know where they keep the registration.
I
I hand
see.
over my driver's license.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to ask you
looking
to step out of the car.
by the sunblinds and in the glove box. Like-
I'm gonna have to ask you to step out of the car.
Okay. I get out.
So you don't know where the car's registration is, but do you have your driver's license with you?
Yes, I'm pulling it out of my pocket and hand it over.
He takes a look at it. And he goes over to his car and just goes, "One moment."
Is he alone with the car, or
Yeah,
does he
he's
have
just
a partner
alone.
in it? Okay.
While he's there, checking the license, some call happens on the radio. He picks it up and he responds. He walks quickly back over to you and gives your license back. And he says, "Take care of yourself tonight." And then he jogs back to his car, gets inside, and turns on his lights and turns around back toward Napa and bolts over there.
Okay. I get back in and start driving
All right.
again.
Sam just goes, "That was really lucky. But could have been a good meal."
I've given up enough cost for tonight.
Ooh, this is exciting. Okay. All right, Henry, Lilith, please roll your dexterity and drive.
Both of us?
Sorry, not Henry, just Lilith. Lilith's the only one
Oh,
driving.
okay.
1 success and 1 on the hunger die.
Cool. So, much like Zeta had a little bit of trouble starting up your motorcycle. Just didn't want to come on right away. Something was up. But finally you do manage to get going. But much like Zeta, a car starts pulling up behind you. It's a cop car and they turn on their lights, indicating for you to pull over.
Henry,
Yeah?
what do you think we should do?
Do you have your license and registration on you?
What are those?
Oh. Oh.
She pulls over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. All right.
The cop car, the door opens, and a police officer comes out. Roll wits and awareness real quick, both of you.
Oh. I have no successes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if I can actually, not fat finger. Ugh, come on. If I can, actually not fat finger for once, that would be nice. I have been doing that really bad tonight. I got 2 successes.
So, the cop comes over. But there is also, you notice, someone sitting in the back seat of the cop car. Don't know who, just someone back there. This cop is not alone. Cop comes over, looks at both of you and just goes, "Can I see your license and registration, please?"
Seems to be the problem, officer.
Driving at night without any helmets on. That is against state law.
Oh. I thought that law changed. She hands over her license and registration.
He takes a look and looks at it, looks at the motorcycle, then asks Henry, "And who might you be?"
Just a friend, officer.
Oh, come on, officer. Haven't you ever seen a goth girl with a nerdy boyfriend before? I mean, isn't that what people are into these days? Goth
And-
girls with nerdy boyfriends?
Just wait one moment. And he goes back to the car.
I told you about the helmet thing. I'm getting us helmets. If this is going to be a regular occurrence, I'm getting us helmets.
I'll throw them away. Besides, that's not what they pulled us over for.
Okay, well, I still think that we should have helmets. Okay, fine. I'll get us both helmets. You can throw yours away. I'm keeping mine.
I'm surprised you don't have that silly hat on tonight.
And that was extenuating circumstances. And it's not silly. It's fashionable. Some of the brightest minds wear that hat.
Oh, so bright minds wear the hat. So where's yours tonight?
As the officer starts reading through the license and registration, the figure in the back seat opens the door, comes out, and takes a look also. This figure is smoking a cigarette. He takes a look, and then both the cop and this guy starts walking back. The dude that is with him has got something that becomes clearer when he approaches. It is a flask. And also, he has a dagger in a sheath.
Oh.
Henry, tell me you know how to fight.
I mean, we might not need to fight.
The other thing is
Wait.
he has a trench coat on,
Oh.
and it is has but merely one button, but it is enough to hold the whole thing together.
Just to double check, the police still have the license and registration, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Intelligence and awareness.
Am I able to do that, or?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll take a old stab at it. Does this one have the hunger too? The hunger dice?
Yes.
Okay. So it was intelligence and awareness?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
One success.
1, 2. I got 3 successes. I'm already creeped out by this guy. I don't even know if I want to know more about him, but
You have, Lilith, you don't really know. It's giving bad vibes, but that's about it. Henry, this is a vampire hunter.
punch it, go, 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 go.
Merritt is going to, for once, take Henry's advice, and she's going to gun it.
All right.
I'm just gonna hold on for dear life.
Let's do a dexterity drive again. Then Lilith.
Oh,
Come on, Dice. Be nice to me for once tonight.
let us be badass and peel out of here. Don't immediately just skid across the pavement and get stabbed.
I mean, he's usually armed. Dexterity and drive. 3 successes.
All right. Yeah, you peel out in a badass way. The two figures immediately run back and get into their vehicle and start pursuit.
Fuck. How close are they to any, like, since I don't know the area all that well of the bay, where is she at and what is some of the places around there?
Right now, you are in the North Bay. Napa, which outside the city is almost entirely rural, and it is that way until you start heading southwest or southeast.
How close is it to Anarch territory?
Anarch territory would be southeast.
And she's going to gun it towards Anarch territory.
Okay.
Because I feel like the other direction might lead into a place that she might not want to take Henry to.
Okay. The chase is on. As that happens, Zeta, Sam, you have a nice, calm, and pleasant drive back into Anarch territory. And it's very nice, and nothing bad is happening.
Nice. For once, it's chill.
Yes. So,
To quote Harry from Resident Alien, this is some bullshit.
Sam says to you, Zeta, I know it doesn't seem like you did a lot, but you did. It's very helpful to have you there. Definitely increased the authenticity of the meeting.
And it's not bad that Lilith and I beat up those cops at all.
I'm sure that's bad. But it happened in Camarilla territory, not ours.
You know, they did mention when the brawl started that they were told by someone to look out for the eyes.
Yeah, we got some vampire hunters in town. We're trying to lay low a little bit. Trying to not hunt in the usual hunting spots. Vampire hunters are, as far as I know, temporary infestation. Just a few too many issues with Masquerade breach. That fucking Sabbat wolf that just happened to just turn into a wolf and out of a wolf in front of a crowd of people in front of a fucking mall. It's probably what got their attention. Unfortunately, that happened in our territory. If we lay low long enough, they won't have anything to report back to their superiors, and we should be okay.
That's at least calming to hear.
Yeah. But if it has to happen, let it happen to the cam. It'll never happen to, couldn't happen to better people. And, when you arrive back, Sam takes you to, the base of, Mount Diablo. Mandy is waiting for you there. And she is standing there with her arms folded, looking a little frustrated.
As soon as we stop, I get out of the car and run towards her to hug her.
Mandy hugs you and just says, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, doing good. Yes. I saw Lilith. She misses you.
We miss her too. Sam, I don't appreciate you using my childer like this. I don't know what you mean, Mandy. I asked if they wanted to help, and they said yes. This kind of work is dangerous, Sam. Zeta is young. I've already asked him to do too many dangerous things. Why don't you bring this up with Zeta? Zeta, were you upset about being used for a big, important meeting thing?
Didn't upset me. I had nothing else to do.
There you go. Sam, just ask me next time. Okay? Alright. Anyways, have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna go and, see if there's any people jogging around the dorms tonight. And, Mandy just asks you, Zeta, what happened?
Yeah. Amia had a meeting with Henry Draw. I was there to be intimidating. Lilith showed up. The Tremeres had their meeting. We went outside. Cops showed up. We took care of them. And then we took off.
When you say you took care of the cops, what happened?
Might have broken one's arm and traumatized another one. Lilith knocked 2 in 1 go.
So they've seen your faces.
I don't think they are gonna talk about it. But
Zeta,
yes, they saw our faces.
Zeta, we have vampire hunters in town. We're gonna have to do a lot better than we think they won't talk to anyone. I want you to lay low for a while, okay? I care about you, and the reason that you have this fucked up blood drinking life is my fault anyways. And I'm not gonna have anything bad happen to you on account of me. Let's go back to the exciting chase. The police are still in pursuit of Lilith and Henry. You're going southeast toward Vallejo.
She is literally just hoping that she can, like, get past any of the anarchs that might see that she's in a bit of trouble.
Okay.
Because she really does not know at this point how dangerous that hunter can be. She doesn't know what the hunter has for weapons. So at this point, she's just trying to either lose them or get somebody to try to run interference. And she's just focused on that right now.
Are they like close behind us, or
Not
is the
necessarily
siren
close, but
going-
keeping good pace. At least one more car has now joined the pursuit.
Oh God.
Henry, it's a good thing I like you.
Thanks. I mean, hey, if it'll get us both out of here, I like you too. This is, yeah. I feel very lucky right now, and I feel very liked.
Yeah,
And-
you should, because back in the day, I would have probably just threw you off the bike to give me some time to get away.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I like you, so I'm not going to do that. And I also said, I'm protecting you, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you out of here with your skin intact.
do you have any idea where we're going right now?
Yeah, we're in Anarch territory.
Okay.
Look, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to, like, draw attention to us that draws attention to them that would basically cause interference, that we can get away.
Okay, we need interference.
Come on, do that wizard shit.
That's what I was just about to. Yeah, I was gonna say, Astrid, can I attempt to provoke a premonition here?
Sure.
See if I can get some insight. I do have to do a rouse check though, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then if this is a failure, I get a hunger point,
Yep.
correct? Okay. Woohoo! I succeeded.
Sick.
Okay. Alright, so now I do my little premonition dealio. Let me find that. It is resolve plus aspects. Weehaw. Alright. 2 successes.
Suddenly, in your mind, you see that if you continue on this path straight toward Vallejo, you will come across likely no Kindred tonight. But if you turn to the neighborhoods of American Canyon, you almost certainly will.
Oh. I'll just tap on Lilith's shoulder. Go to American Canyon. Wait, that's what it was called, right?
Yes.
Okay, American Canyon. American Canyon. Go there.
Yeah, Lilith is going to follow Henry's advice because she knows that he's doing some Tremere shit.
Sweet. That's where we'll find some Kindred. And hopefully they'll
Look,
get beat off us.
okay, look, I may be on their shit list. And you know what? If they decide to do something, take action against me, whatever, but I want to make sure that you get out of that I can at least try to negotiate you getting back safely.
We're both getting out of this. We'll be fine.
I'm just saying, if the worst comes to worst, I told you I am going to protect you tonight, and that's what I'm going to do.
All right. And if we have to run on foot,
If we have to run and fight,
you're-
and I will stand and fight.
oh no. You're way faster than me. You can just get out of here.
I'm not taking that deal.
All right, you're really twisting my arm. All right, stay behind, fight to the death. But I think we'll both get out of here.
Well, I'm hoping.
So
You can't tell me we ain't having fun.
through this drive, through an American Canyon neighborhood, it becomes more and more clear that you're being boxed into an area that leads you to border a suburban neighborhood and pure forest. To give you one chance: run into the woods or do a standoff against the police, which are now 3 cars in number.
Hey, Henry, how do you like the woods?
I hear there are terrible things in the woods.
Yeah, like Gangrel.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
And Sabat.
Pick your poison. You're the one driving. I'd pick the woods. Honestly, at this point, I'd go with the woods.
Are you sure? I mean, we could stop.
No, I don't think we should.
I want to make sure that you're absolutely positive that you don't want to stop.
Woods!
So I'm hearing woods.
Yes, the woods.
Okay, so she's going to pull towards the woods.
I was not expecting y'all to come over here, which is fantastic. I'm glad that you did. Because this is a fun place, and I cannot wait.
Oh, great.
All right, so running into the woods.
Are we going to run into Guru?
Maybe.
That's kind of more what I'm worried about than the gangrel. I was like, nature. I wonder who loves that.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if we do run into Guru, Gangrel and Guru kind of can, like, not kill each other immediately, and may let each other just, like, go past each other.
So now you're going into the woods, and you hear the cars pulling behind you. They pull out, and you start running on in with your and you hear that you are being pursued. Would you it's really dark. The tree cover is pretty helpful, pretty intense. And there's lots of shrubs and bushes to be in.
So Lilith is going to grab, if Henry will let her, basically grab him, pull him into a shadow, and she will activate Obfuscate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I am completely out of my element here.
And I need to do a rouse check.
Yeah. Go for your rouse check.
9.
Okay. Yeah, you'll add a hunger on your rouse. And you go, I don't like this. I think when they get close enough, we just start killing all of them. Just let me loose on them. I'll kill all of them. I'll train them all. Come on.
Henry, my beast is talking to me.
And it's telling us to stay in place and hide, right?
Yes, that's exactly what my beast is telling me.
As the police are searching, some of them go past. But then there is a crashing sound that comes from the neighborhood. The police start running back from the woods toward that. and you hear some gunfire. And then you hear some screams.
I think that might be our cue to get out of here.
So Lilith is going to move very cautiously from shadow to shadow to where she can see what's going on.
By the time you're able to get a view, you see that there are some cop cars that have been flipped over on their side. You see that there are some dead officers in the area. And you see some other cop cars that are driving away. All of this, and you see close to you one man with folded arms watching this happen.
Wait, are we still obfuscated?
Yes.
Oh god. And I have to stay by Lilith to...
Mm-hmm.
Lilith's gonna do wits to see wits and awareness to see if she recognizes who it is.
You actually do. This is a familiar guru to you. Their name is Gnashes Their Teeth.
So Lilith is going to tell Henry to not fucking move if he values his head remaining attached to his spine. And she is going to walk over she's going to walk towards him, but she is going to do so in a way with her hands up and very noticeable that she is not a threat. And she walks over and basically greets him.
And you want me to stay behind, like...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you value your life?
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Stock still.
Hey. Thanks.
Gnashes Their Teeth turns toward you. You can see a scowl on his face.
Yeah. So I know you probably want to rip me from limb to limb, but I might have some information that you might also find interesting. The only reason that we are running is because there are hunters in the area. And if hunters are hunting us, it won't be long before they hunt you.
So you, Lilith, are telling me that you brought hunters to my woods.
That was
my
not
pack has just given them a better reason to start searching around here. Is that what the fuck you are telling me right now?
I was not expecting your pack to be in this area. I was actually expecting Gangrel to be in this area, to be honest. I was actually expecting Anart Gangrel to be in this area. But even if I had not brought them here, it would only be a matter of time.
When I saw it was you that came into my woods, I said to myself that I would help. Because I felt that I owed you. Now we're even. If you ever come back to my woods, I will rip you limb from limb. And I'll throw you back into one of those houses. And the mortals can imagine what kind of a creature could have done that to such a harmless looking girl.
That's fair. I know you tell me not to come back. But if you ever need assistance in any way, consider me owing you a blood favor.
Get your blood-sucking friend out of the bush and bring him to me.
She just snaps her fingers over at Henry.
Henry's gonna wordlessly walk out, hands raised way above his head, you know? Clearly not a threat.
Put your fucking hands down.
All right.
I want to get a good look at your face. Look at me. What's your name?
Henry?
I am gnashes their teeth. If you ever come back to my woods, I will twist your head off. Do you understand?
100%.
Both of you have 15 minutes to leave. And then he walks into the woods, disappearing into the darkness.
Yeah, hey, Henry, we should go.
Yeah, in 15 minutes is pretty generous. That's pretty good. Do you know where your bike is?
Yeah, when he says 15 minutes, he means he will be hunting us in 15 minutes.
Well, okay, well, just, let's find your bike, and then... I think it went well. So let's...
Your head's still attached to your spine, correct?
Yeah, and you have all of your limbs still, so I think everything's accounted for.
Yeah, I just hope that he took that I owe him a boon seriously. So she gets her bike and she's going to try to drive out of the woods.
As you do, you're going over corpses, body parts, people under cars, and there's these shirtless individuals dragging bodies back over into the woods with blood splattered on them. And a couple of them look your ways, and you can see their eyes glint like a dog's in the beam of light.
Yeah, Henry, we should definitely be going. And Okay, look, I was not sure how that was going to go with Nash's teeth. Um, Sometimes Gangrel and Garou have a truce. Sometimes they'll just rip us to shreds, and we do the same. So all in all, I think this has been a successful negotiation.
Yeah, I mean, wait, are we still like in the midst of all these people carrying dead and dying people
yeah.
away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll hold my thoughts for a little while. Never mind. I don't want to say what I was about to say. Yeah, this is a beautiful neighborhood, and unfortunately, we can never come back again. But it looks really good.
Well, the
And
neighborhood, we just can't come into the woods.
yeah, you know what I mean. All right.
Look, I told him I would give him a blood bond. So I'm hoping that definitely gave us some leeway.
Do they do blood bonds?
I'm not a blood bond, but blood boon.
Okay. I would be completely fine with never seeing anyone that we've met tonight outside of at the restaurant ever again. I don't want to see any of these people again. So best of luck with your negotiating, but
Okay, well let's get you back over to Cammy territory.
yeah.
Because remember, I'm the queen of just pissing everybody off. So I'm pretty sure the Anarchs still want me dead as well. So
Yeah, let's get out of here.
yeah, let's do that quite quickly.
All right, and once we're out of, is it safe to say we're out of the werewolf hellscape realm now?
Well,
Yes.
Okay, and Lilith, I want to say I'm impressed that you managed to dump our problem off on somebody else. That was very cunning of you.
they sometimes have their uses. Look, as you take mortals into the woods, there are big scary things in the woods, and some of those big scary things don't like things like technology and the modern era.
I'm just saying, I'm impressed. I'm impressed at the deceit, the cunning. It's all very impressive. So maybe
Yeah,
you're not all that bad.
we'll hold on to that until we can get back to safe territory.
All right, let me do the last scene. Zeta, you
Yes.
spending time with Mandy, and do you want to go back to your home or do you want to go to a club?
My home.
Okay. Mandy will not join you. Mandy is going to do some hunting.
Okay.
When you go back home, you hear inside your cave a not super familiar voice. And it sounds like they're playing with Lucky.
I would like to earthnote into the wall and see who that is. Who's playing with Lucky?
Let's get you to do a rouse check.
10 and a 1.
Okay. Yeah, definitely you get hungrier.
Okay.
And you see that it is a particular Malkavian, Babs, who is playing with your dog. She seems to be having a great time.
I will get out of the wall inside the cave and just instantly yell at her, "What are you doing here?"
She stands up and goes, "Ah, Zeta, there you are. I was just wondering if you had any consideration about, your perusal through the Book of Nod."
No, I haven't.
No consideration at all? I gave you that book out of the kindness of my heart, Zeta.
And out of the kindness of your heart, you made me kill a man?
Soon, you'll see the good things that come from that. Mandy is, about to be reinstated as a dual member of the Anarchs and the Camarilla, as it used to be. Perhaps less trusted, but at least not banished. To you, that was already worth it anyways. I understand being angry now, since you never saw the effects of that. But I just wanted to talk. Since you haven't been keeping up with what is in the Book of Nod, I thought maybe you misplaced your book. So I brought another one. And she reveals another from behind her back. And she goes and puts it down. There you go. Now, don't take me as some sort of Bible-thumping loser, as the mortals often are. I simply like you, Zeta. And I think I would like you just a little bit more if you just had this with you. That's all.
Yeah.
Cute dog, by the way.
Don't you ever lay a finger on him?
I would never. I may be a monster. But my taste is only for mortals. Like comic book writers, musicians, joggers, drivers, human beings, I guess you could say. Anybody who happens to be interested in paying me a visit. I wanted you to know and keep this between just you and me. But I think that the vampire hunters are going to be a bit busy lately. You know, in the future, linear time is so boring. Existing in a space northeast. Yes. They'll be a bit distracted. But
What will they be distracted with?
as long as it isn't you, what does it matter?
Well, I still want to know.
What if I said it was someone in the Camarilla? What then?
Then I would like to know less.
Good. Farewell, Zeta. Interesting place you have here.